Test, test, test. Test 1, 2. I'm testing my stream. There's gonna be a little bit of double audio. Test, test, test. Test 1, 2. I'm testing my stream. There's gonna be a little bit of double audio. Okay. We're good for business at the moment. Starting now, I guess. You're gonna bring me in here. Wow. Alright. What am I doing? It's a good question. I could show you. So I'm gonna be fixing some bugs here for... Well, I have a few options. I can do some bug fixing in C++. For this particular, there's me, open source developer. So I work on this open source project called Inkscape, and I have a few bugs that I need to fix on for this application, as well as there's some other things that are there's some other things that I need to get done, such as, like, I don't know, I need to learn TypeScript, so I have a few TypeScript projects that I'm working on, and so I guess that's currently up for grabs. I don't know, I don't really have a plan for the stream. I'm just kind of feeling things out, so I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But since, like, I'm already here and I already have this repo open, we can probably just get started with Inkscape. There's a few issues on my radar. First, let's check if I'm up to date. So yeah, I don't know if I'm, like, I haven't touched this in a while, so I don't know if I have some things I need to do. Probably just need to do this. Alright. I do remember this being quite finicky. Git submodules are always so finicky. Is it Git submodule in it? Do they need to be initialized and then updated? I spelled the cursive wrong. No, it's still... I could just delete the folder and re-initialize, but that's not a good way. Or, like, it's not an ideal way. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I was already, like, working on this bug before, but let's just see if I'm up to date on master. Okay, I did rebase, so that's good. Do I need to compile? I don't need to compile, so we're pretty much good to go here. I'll just get started. Hope that Git does not Git does just, well, fix itself with its submodule recognition or something. So okay, issue. Good thing I have I already forgot the number. It's a good thing I put that in here. I can just go to, let's go upstream, and then I always forget the URL. Is it issues? Oh, dash slash issues. Number. I guess I'll showcase the bug that's been happening as well. Should I open the GD? Do you guys want? I don't know if I should show the GDB session on stream. Although GDB took a while to launch there, I don't know why. My stream's not taking that much processing power. That was weird. So this is the program starting up in a GDB session, but that's not the important thing here. So this is the application. It's a photo editor, primarily for vector graphics. So SVG files are like its core. It's like its main application. And there's lots of widgets and stuff you can do with it, like lots of shapes. But the thing that I guess I've worked on recently is the grid feature, so I'm just get this nice grid going here, although on stream it looks completely different. Yeah, to me, so like on my monitor, visually it looks pretty much like a grid, although the stream it varies. I guess that's just because maybe the preview on my second monitor, the preview is completely different. Maybe like just because there's sub-pixel rendering happening and like it's too small of a resolution. I have no idea. So I didn't expect that going in at all. But anyway, like and then the color's ugly, of course. So I'm sorry if I'm hurting your eyes. But yeah, like the bug is dictating that default preferences for this is not being set 100% correctly. There's a few, like I can show you on this preference tab right here, under grids. You can save some configuration for it, such as like the origin point and then the color, which is this color. It doesn't apply when you go into the document properties. Like these need to be matched one-to-one on initialization, and then it evidently does not, because these values here and these values here are completely wrong. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be trying to resolve. I don't know how long that's gonna take, so I guess we'll just get cracking. Let me just organize my things really quickly. There we go. As well as close this down. We don't need to. Okay. So the grids need to pull preferences from the preferences file. And then the grid object needs to know about that. So let's see. This handles grid creation, and then there's init prefs here. Let's see what that has to say. So okay, right, we have a few paths for the preferences. That's just how it sets internally. It's an XML file, so it follows a hierarchy. That's why it needs a path. So we just have the prefix. Set the point. Set the point for the origins. The origin, which is also stored in a point. We set the colors. Were the colors correct? I didn't remember. And then some unique properties for each grid. Yeah, okay. So there's also some things with the document properties as well. Let's say UI document properties. Let's see. Gotta find the grids. I'm just scrolling to the section that has all the grid stuff. This looks like it's here. Build grid page. Update grid page. That's probably the function I need. Where is it? Update grid page. Here we are. So there's probably something going on with this clump of code. Ideally, the grid object stores everything in pixels as well, but like the user can set multiple different options for units. They can store it like in inches, millimeters, centimeters, that sort of thing. So it just needs to be able to have a proper conversion between those, but internally, in memory, all the values are stored as pixels. It's just they're converted when the user asks for them in the UI, let's say. Let's see. So that's the main gripe here. The music's kind of loud. So let me see, I guess we could start by debugging. Need a few breakpoints for that. Let me see. So we set the origin to pixels, and then whatever the unit is, where's the display unit? Is that in the header? Display unit. It is in the header. That needs to be initialized somewhere. Display unit is when you call. Is that properly set on init? We have to know. Okay. And then you just return it when you ask for it. Okay. Nothing crazy, I guess. The quantity though, where is quantity again? This one thing about this thing's not in alphabetical order, and I kind of hate it. Yeah, I should. That would probably be another project. I could probably find like some Vim plugin. I'm using Vim, by the way. Yeah, I'll just close that. Unit table. Nah. I think this unit initialization is okay. Does it have a toString method? Let me see. What am I looking for? I need to find a file that is UI. No, it's not in UI. Unless. Nope. I'm just gonna open up a little terminal here, and then I'm just gonna have Ranger. Yeah. Good thing about I like Ranger because they actually have a good sorting of their files and directories. They sort directories at the top, files at the bottom, and have proper sorting of file names, like in alphabetical order by default, which is what I desire. And then I guess on the right side, right half of the screen, you get a quick file preview. So yeah, I'm looking for the units. Is it in unit? Util? It is. It's at the bottom here. And then it actually opens Vim without, leaving the terminal or anything. So it's quite, I like this as a file viewer. Let's see, get unit, I can pass in. So can I get its like string name? Is there a print function? Does it store a string? Primary unit, unit type quantity. Get unit quantity primary. Returns a unit for a given type. Primary. Why is it called primary? The fuck? Okay. Like I'll just print out display unit, like right here. Passing in a string, although it's a accept. Oh, I need to do what's it, display unit dot c string, no, dot primary dot c string. Nope, yes. Let's compile. Oh, wrong path. And oh, pointer. Ooh, are you serious? Fonts has no. Huh. Oh wait, didn't it? Was it UI? Was it or util? Unit, yes. Primary unit type. Oh wait, that's unit table. Oh, it's probably looking at the wrong thing. Unit, name, abbreviation. I think I need abbreviation here. Okay, yeah, no worry. Yeah, I misunderstood. I just need name, and I don't think that, and that's just the access and no function necessary. Whoa, we linked. Alright. Although it's noticeably slower than like when I'm just doing things normally, although like it's not really much of a hit, because like my CPU is not being maxed out or anything. I don't know what's the problem. It's just considerably slower for some reason. And then we'll run GDB. Oh, I forgot to set a breakpoint. Should have done that. But we'll still know regardless. It'll print. Create the grid, bada bing. And then the unit is empty. That's a weird error. Or not, it's not an error, but it's like a, well, I guess it is an error. It's just like null. It's a null string for some reason. So like, yeah, display unit like properly, I don't think display unit is being properly set. So let's just split the window and then find display unit. We need to go here, and then I guess I'll just print the value here. Alright, this is like, I don't know, it's completely trivial and insignificant, but it's just something I like when the character count of lines of code are like exactly matched up. Yeah, I don't know, it's just oddly satisfying. Yeah, like you have a line of code right here, like at the end, like the word value is just perfectly lined up. Whatever. Let's close this. We need to recompile. Yeah, linking is just taking It's just noticeably slower. But like, what's going on? Okay. Let's rerun the program. That means GDB is gonna. That's really odd. I don't like these things aren't shouldn't be affected by the stream, but string was valid. I don't know where I wrote that. So units is being set as null. That char pointer. But I think that, or is that not properly being gripped from the preferences? No. No. I should probably just add this if value. Oh, should probably do that. Like, probably one reason why. Put a bracket here, bracket there. This code, the styling is ugly there, but I don't give a fuck right now. When I check in the code, I will stylize it properly, but as just testing to see bug fixing, quick fixes, well, like I don't give a fuck. I'll mess everything up. I won't format anything. I'll just create a huge mess, but fix the problem, and then clean up afterwards, and then like submit it. That's usually my style. It's just literally, I guess it's pretty sloppy, but I don't really care, I guess. As long as it gets the functionality working. Okay, did we crash? We did. And it's not helping me at all. Catch throws. We have to rerun the program. Okay, so yeah, this is an annoying thing. Crashed. Seg fault. Backtrace. Are we still trying to access a null thing? What's going on? Document properties, create a program. Oh, interesting. Set grid unit to grid get unit, and so get this thing is not pointing to anything, and we're trying to exit. So this get unit is returning null. Display unit is null. Okay, because there. So value, either we have to find how value is being set, or we kind of have to finagle display unit to actually be to actually cooperate. If get unit returns null, or like if the value doesn't exist, I'm sure it handles that. Util units.cpp. What am I doing? I'm looking for get unit. Get unit from a string. Where's that definition? Colon get unit. Yeah, and it returns just the raw unit. Oh, no, it returns a pointer. Okay. From... Alright. Iterate through the unit map to find... It returns an empty unit. Oh no, that should. What? Is that a fun? That's not. That's just a global empty unit. We're in a anonymous. We're in an anonymous namespace right now. Okay. Okay, we're in Inkscape util, that's normal. Okay, there's just empty unit that's just hanging around, and then we return it if empty. If it can't find it, it will return empty. Otherwise, return the value of them in that map. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just ran out of coffee too. Kind of want more. So, well, okay, for one, checking this is no good. What the fuck? No, we go here, we go there. Okay. And then, so if I have to do checks now, if it's empty, if it's the empty unit, which is not helpful. So what's it? Init ref. Set unit to that. So how does set unit respond? It's in the header. Set unit. Oh wait, fuck, that's in this file here. Okay, this is interesting. If the unit, so yeah, this is probably not ideal code here. We set the unit And if it's null, I think we just need to return, do nothing. So if not units dot return. And so what's the string is value, and then let's so we don't need this. We can just do that. So u equals the abbreviation of that. And we do need to check u if u. Okay, I already. So that's if the unit exists. Set the thing. So again, if that. But now we need to check u. So if the value of u dot where did my return statement go? So if u is not valid, we set u here. Do we want to do anything if we just need to put this in the if statement if not u. We need to check if what's it Inkscape util empty unit. This is what we need to check. I don't need that on code. Mercy. Can we set it in SVG? Okay. And then we mutate it here. Was the initial way kind of right before? And then you need a break statement here. Or return, actually. Return would be better here. Can we compile now? Let me see. Oh, you can't do that one. C++, huh? Oh, wait, it's not a pointer. So it does not know about that thing. What was that thing? Unit table empty unit. Was it in util unit table? I mean, I guess that's right, because so doing a equal comparison would work, because there's only one instantiation ever and the pointer to it is constant, so I think that's okay. I just need to make sure I get the namespaces right. We're in Inkscape util, and then where the fuck was it? And then Inkscape util unit table empty unit. That is, I suspect it's private though. I don't want to. Do I have to include the unit header? I don't want to, but I already do. It's defined in CPP. I need to check if the unit is the empty unit. Yeah, I want like a soda or something. I don't have any. I'd have to like leave to make some. So I don't know if I should leave and go make some coffee. Okay, get unit. I need to check if you. So we don't. Oh wait, I misspelled it. If that was the problem. That's a classic. That's a classic problem right there. What did that do? The operator doesn't work, so, and it's I can't access that. Wow. Okay, and like there's no function that okay. Is there anything special about the empty unit? Nope. It's literally inaccessible. So do I need to add a function? I kind of don't want to, but so let's see if a unit so I'll probably just need a check. Tab with 3 spaces. Wow, what? Okay. Is empty. If this fixes it, I guess that's excuse me. I sneezed. Alright. Just thought. Well, actually, I have no idea. It just defines it globally. It does nothing. What's the? I guess it default. This is default constructor. So I just need to see the constructor. Unit, no name, no abbreviation, no description, dimensionless. Okay, yeah, it literally just does nothing. So, I mean, I could, whatever. I guess this change isn't needed. Technically, it isn't needed, although it's not syntactically very nice. Oh, it's a fucking glib string, so you have to do equals. Is it equal? Glib use string. And then equal. No, it isn't even that. Compare. Compare to no. Replace, insert, append, operator, equal on assignment. No, I don't care about assignment. I want a comparison. What the fuck? glib use string. Yeah, I should probably just use the standard string instead of a glib string. Because what the fuck? Come on. U.raw equals bang. No. Yes. Because the C++ standard string supports equal comparison as string matching. Very handy, unlike glib. So this will set the unit to actually be something by the time the document property tries to access it. But you know, let's find out. It's gonna run catch throws. I don't want that. Oh, jeez. Oh, GDB took a long time. Okay, break. Nuh-uh. It's color matching. Oh, off by a couple. Yeah, there's a discrepancy between. It's off by 1. See 70. So the alpha value is off by 1. 77, 78. Okay. So I'll fix that error in a bit, but I need to make sure like these grid line separations. So on my screen, it actually looks proper. Like I don't know if you like this line and this line here is not showing up on my OBS preview. Like I said, for some like since it's scaled down, the resolution's kind of wonky. But like on my monitor visually in the app, like everything's fine. Okay, so this is the dev build. Let's try to open it up proper. This is the production version. Okay, I couldn't have been more. Oh, I see. Okay, so rectangular grid is good. Let me visually confirm. So there's two types of grids. There's the square grid, rectangular grid as it's called, and then this one here, axonometric grid. I just need to know what this is going to look like. Okay, very big. I don't know how practical this is. Let's do. Spacing is really big. Let's reduce it by half. And then the origin, let's make it, yeah, we'll reduce it by half so we can visually confirm. Spacing actually is way too big. 50 inches, that's 6 feet. Okay. Okay, 12 inches? No. We need, and then 105 grid lines. Yeah, we need to reduce spacing by 1. Let's just do like 3 inches. Yeah. Just so we can get, like, you know, more grid lines in one preview. So like it'll look like this. Okay. And then let's save these to my, let's update my preferences. So it's gonna be like that. Oh, I see. Was that 6, 3, 30, 30. I'll leave the angle, the grid color. Yeah, those things are good. And then I'll save. I don't know. I think this updates automatically. And then so that's axonometric. It's like this. It's a more trigonomic triangular focus. It relies a lot more on trigonometry rather than just straight XY values. So if inches, really? Okay, let's do something different. I have no idea what it's gonna look like. Centimeters, and centimeters. We'll probably reduce these values by 3, 3. I'm just being arbitrary. Yeah. Then yeah, these colors are just random colors. Really. Let's open Inkscape back up. Create a new rectangular grid. Okay, so it should look like this is what I'm trying to get it, and then what the display values should be. So the main things to, so like these checkboxes are checked off, right? And then this, well, you don't have to worry about this. The units say centimeters. X value and Y value both say 3. Spacing X and Y both say 5. You have this blue color as the minor color. That's these like filled in line, I mean faded out lines. And then this bold line is like the major color. And it's right here. So the benefit of these values is that, you know, you just know where the origin is. So like it looks like it's here, and then in the bottom right color, bottom right corner, Jesus, bottom right corner, there's the X and Y values of like the mouse cursor. So you can, this is, I guess, my way of verifying that the values are correct for the origin. They're not gonna be correct, like this value and these values are not gonna be like the same, because like they're in different units essentially, so they're not gonna be identical. But I need to get, like, so for example, it's 30. I'm gonna approximate and just say it's, you know, 30, 30 for X and Y value. So the origin, when I go into the dev build, should also be at this location, 30, 30. And then also it should say print out to the user 3 centimeters. So did I built it right? Yeah. So when I run the, so now I'm running the dev build, and when I create a rectangular grid, you know, you get, well, now you get something different, because I guess that it's mainly has to do with some unit conversion issues, because these values, it's getting the correct values for, you know, like the color, the grid line, interval, the spacing. These boolean values are also correct. Hold on, let me, yeah, let's see, like this is not right at all. So surprisingly, it got the colors right. Got the right approximate colors, but it's not correct still. Did it? No, okay, it did get the colors right, surprisingly, in the canvas, in the actual canvas item, the item gets rendered, which is cool, but not helpful because the color picker doesn't actually display this value. And that value is not read properly either. So let's just take a look back at the code. Set. Yeah, what the? So let's see. Go back to. Oh, this unit is not being set properly either. So yeah, none of these are being set, which is weird. One unique thing is that so it is an issue with I think this should get put in a constructor. So yeah, this needs to be tidied up because right now, like I know from working on this project before, so like this is a little bit there's like a different object that manages grids. It's called name view. It does some egregious type of stuff. So add child. So what's it? The grid is an object that exists in the XML hierarchy, and well, we store the project stores many objects in an XML hierarchy, and the way it has listeners to observe when a new object gets added to the tree. So the way it detects when a grid has been like it checks the XML for a new grid. Oh jeez, why can't I talk today? When a new XML object is added to the XML tree, it will iterate through all these checks. So it'll fall through this giant switch statement of like, is it the grid? Is it a rectangle? Is it a circle? Is it an ellipse? Is it this object? Is it whatever object, like? And then it'll just construct the object manually, like the internal object for whatever it needs to, which is it has a lot of mixed responsibility. And that mixed responsibility is not ideal. So like, where the heck is that function? Add child. Not fun. Child. Oh, it's child added, is it? Child added. There we go. So right, there's an XML object that gets added as a child, and then some reference. Is that a reference to the actual XML tree? So we cast the object, see if it's grid, we place it in the grid. Place it in the grid, and then we tell the grid and then we display it. Okay. No. Get object by wrapper. Okay. So it takes the new XML child that just got added, and then it's going to cast it into its corresponding SP object. And an SP object is just like it's the internal data model for that object in a C++ class. Yeah, I think we're a little bit this is kind of tangential. I'm feeling that this is not exactly the place I need to be looking. because theoretically the object is already created. Let's see. Yeah, okay, here it is. When we hit init press, so is it that issue of axonometric grids not having their thing set property is kind of a quirky one, and that's like what I've been thinking about for the past couple of minutes. Right, because of this line here is we set in the XML the grid type to be axonom grid, which is a weird truncation of the name, but I guess that's just how it is. So this might be set, but like the default, this might like trigger some overriding of defaults. Like ideally, when you change the, you know, this property, none of the other property, or it should probably cause an update to it. And then you can do that here. What's a grid type, which is what we kind of do here. Then we just recreate the view. There needs to be a conversion though. From prefs need to be reread, I think. Or values need to be converted. I'll leave a comment, so like values of, so values of like properties may need to be converted to their proper units. I'll leave that for myself. Should I? I'll add to do. As for grid, so that might be alluding to that grid property not being like the rest of the grid properties for axonomic grids not being set. It probably needs to be a better handler as for the switching of grid types, although changing grid type on the fly, it's not the most practical like situation. You should probably just delete the grid and recreate it, but that system is not actually in place. What's it? So I'll just circle back to the initial issue of the units not being set properly. Like this switch case is only handling if the case that the, you know, that unit we got from the unit table is actually non-existent. We would ideally like not this if statement to never hit, but but for somewhere along the way there's just it gets set to null, and we're just passing null strings all around, which is not what we want at all. I could probably just do, but if I want to get rid of this, but if we get rid of this, we're gonna crash because because of a few reasons actually. Because with it, other items are gonna request the unit, and the unit's never gonna be set. So since there's no unit to grab, it's gonna access a null pointer essentially, and then that's gonna cause a crash. So yeah, it's a bit of a precarious thing where it's scaffolded on like such a fragile system, and I can only dance around it for the time being. Maybe it's a refactor is due, but it's not the scope of this bug fix. So I could probably try to refactor it after we get this fixed. That might be a good strategy. So like the places where, I mentioned earlier that we don't want to pass null strings around, so I guess I should try to find the point like how and why is there being a null string. Initially we need like each SP object has a set method, and that set method is where different SVG properties get set, like the origin spacing, this kind of thing. But it can be, apparently it got set null when we're trying to set the unit, and then like why and how. That's it. Actually, fetching values from the preferences too. I noticed that might be at least a decent place to do init prefs. And then, so we start by grabbing the preferences. We check what the type of the grid is. And then we set this prefix for the preference path. And then here is we just set the units. Yeah, y is get unit return unit is true. God, okay. Does this path like not exist? Is it just or is it Inkscape preferences? I need to find a file. Find current directory iname star preferences star. There we go. Where is Inkscape? UI dialog. Okay. UI dialog Inkscape preferences dot h. I'll skim the header first, and then we might need to go into source code or like actual implementation details. For get unit. Get unit. Really. Press get unit is a function that should be existed in the get unit class. I mean in the Inkscape preference class. Get unit. Is it really in the UI dialog Inkscape CPP? Get unit. Huh? Okay, that might be a reason. But this should be a compilation error. prefs get unit is not a thing, but how do you get the unit? Okay. Let me just do a thing. So let's see, get okay. There's a few things here. Unit menu get unit, document properties get unit, unit table that get unit. Okay. What about preferences? Prefs get unit. Okay, that's the grid source file, so it's probably a contentious one. Okay, actually, maybe this was like the wrong place to look at. Is it just preferences? Okay, I got you baited. That's all that happened. Okay. So let's see. Use string, get unit. There's a few implementations. The path is get entry. So, okay, well, for one, get unit does exist, and it returns a string. It returns a string. Yes, that is what I need. So it's passing in a glib string, set unit, accepts a glib string. Okay, that's good. Working as, or that's the design is correct. But the actual practical real world experience that we're having is that it's, not working. For whatever reason, it's returning a value that doesn't exist. Yeah, I may need to get into the CPP. Preferences.cpp. Get unit. Okay, it's not defined in this file. Why the hell not? Get unit. Okay, it's defined purely in the header. Okay, so it returns empty string if this is valued. Preferences entry get unit. No. So, okay, what we're doing is retrieving from the path. So get entry. We'll probably check the path, and then do a check, and then get unit. What does get entry return? Get entry, get entry, get entry, get entry, get entry, entry. What is get entry? Is that a glib function? Doesn't seem like. Damn. Doesn't seem like anything. So yeah, it looks like it's defined in here. So okay, let me just rip the source tree. Get entry. I should have prefaced it with a colon /I for strict casing. Get unit with a colon. Fuck. /I colon get unit. Get entry. So it's defined on my preferences entry, cons preferences. Okay. So it's defined at 354. 354. The liars. Preferences.cpp line 354. Preferences CPP 354. 354. Close enough. So we have a string, get the raw value from the pref path, okay, and then construct the entry and return it. Okay. Get raw value. Let's get raw value. Return empty string if path was not in the cache. Check the cache first, create node attribute keys, retrieve the attribute. Okay, cached raw value. Cached raw. Where's the cache? What's the cache? Probably okay. Maybe this is diving a little too much in the weeds of it, but for what it could be that this path does not exist. Let me see. I can check those in here. CPP. I'll just type Exonon because that's like the only thing grid related. So options grids Exonon units. So it is actually units is the actual property path that I need. Options grids XY units. Option grids Exonon units. What do I have? XY grids Exonon / units. That prefix is correct. Like what the heck? And then what's it? These. So the value of the origin convert okay, does preferences actually have the, do they handle the conversion values? Because maybe like I'm doing too much conversion right here. Limit the path. Okay, let me see BS. And I'm looking for some property. Let's do origin X. Let's find it out here. It's a widget. These are GTK widgets. Actually makes sense because this is like the actual UI dialog, but I need the actual preference settings. Like, I need to know if the preference has like what you does the preference actually set the unit? That's what I want to know. Do they actually set the unit? Kind of want to get up and take a break, make some coffee, get some water, stuff like that. I may as well do that. I guess give me a minute. Alright, I'll be right back.